Hi, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour and welcome to Workshop Wednesday.
When we left off last time, Daz and Jess were fitting the left side shields. What we didn't show was that it was actually a lot trickier than it seemed.
We always knew we were going to have a bit of a problem when we had to go to put this back together, because when we had to cut some of the bolts off, there was a lot of noise and things sprung out of position. That it might take us an hour or two to get this in the right position, but we'll persevere with it. We won't give up.
These are just temporary. We'll change these out for the proper ones later on. That's why they're a bit long. Alright, do the bottom one.
Sometimes even the most careful measurements don't line up when everything's assembled for the first time.
Yep. Basically what we're doing, we're getting all the bolts along on the base, and then if you look along the edge, we need to pull that in about 3/8 of an inch or 10 mil. So what we'll do is we'll put an eyelet hook here, and we'll go off the gun mount, and we just use a ratchet strap just to pull it into where we want it. Then we can put the other 3 or 4 bolts in that'll lock it in position.
Yeah, pressure now.
That's probably about it.
Anyway, I found the one.
Oh yeah, I'll just get it, yeah.
Well, I need a gas line too.
Still not quite right. Because of all these angles, very hard to see in what we're doing.
So
Those
3
holes
bolts.
line up.
Yeah.
Just put the bolts in loose, and then I've got this ready to lift up. This is a new made piece that Jess had to make up because the other one was disintegrated when we pulled it apart, and the other one was actually fractured off. Once we got in position, Jess will jump back in and weld these so we know we get in the right position. There you go.
Go down a little.
Yeah. Pull it out this side. Not too bad. You can probably come down a fraction and out to me, like it's got to come out to me at the bottom. All right, if we can get a bolt in there and we'll pull it in.
Can you grab in there and just wiggle? See if I can try and move. Yep, hold there.
Just to pull it in, because then it'll have to. Can you get a nut on that, or?
Yeah, I can get another on that.
Going everywhere. Still a bit of a gap here, Jess. It's gone in, but there's still a gap. I've got to see if I can get the gap.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Not quite.
What about if we take that bottom one out? Yep.
All good?
Pull it. Wait, do you even need to hit them?
Oh, I
we
just
do
want to
them
tap
up?
them in.
Yeah, but can't we do them up?
You can try, but it's better off to bed them.
They do seat though when you're doing them up. But yeah, just wait 1 sec. Just wait 1 second. Stop rushing. Yeah. All right, go.
gonna be proud.
Not as proud as you.
No, that's way proud.
Yeah, I reckon do them up. I reckon I'll pull in.
Alright, give it a go. It's fairly close. Can I tap the one you just did?
Yeah, go for it. That podgy bar one, can you get a bolt through there, you reckon?
I reckon I almost will. Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the brace first before we put anything else on?
Yeah, can do.
Here's the mounting point for the aerial. Hopefully it goes in as good as the last one.
Oh, oh. Ah, that's
Or
all right.
three.
We've got more.
But wait, there's more. Just
Which
yep,
way?
yep, down a bit, down, yep, up a bit. Yep, that one's in. That one's in. You want to get a couple of...
10 mil. I don't have any 10 in here, do I?
Alright, you will in a minute.
I'd say we're onto a winner.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what that little hingey thing is for. There's like little welded on hinge under here. This top end.
Ah,
on
we
here.
know what that is. Don't you know what that is? That's where they put the spare aerials. They
There's two.
slide it down. See those two little things there? Loops there?
Yeah, but there's two of them though. There's one under here too.
Yeah, the other one just goes across the top. Or they both go into that loop. It's where you put the spare aerials.
Yeah, they both go in there.
Kurt mentioned it when we first took it off because he'd seen it on the stood.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's nice. Yep. Stop there. Yep. Beautiful. Just another thing to point out on this vehicle, you can see these points here where these tie-down loops were for the tawny cover or the canvas over the top. You can see they've all been taken off and moved. Oh, hold on. There's a bit more stamping with details about the steel supplier or something like that. As you see down the length of the vehicle, you can see where they've all been altered and changed. So whether the canvas shrunk and they had to move it, or when they originally got it, it didn't fit properly, and then they've done it in the field, changed it.
Would have been too loose.
Yeah, they've moved them down.
Moved them down to tighten
Yeah.
it, most likely.
Yeah. Rightio, just to tighten all them up. Next up, we're going to put this other piece of armoured plate across here. Do you want a podgy bar? I'll lift it up, you whack a podgy bar in. Oh, hold on, stop. There's a packer.
Yeah, there's a packer in between there.
Yeah, I haven't put the packer in.
Oh.
Whoops! I've just realised that this doesn't sit properly because there's a packer in here that I've missed. Yeah, thanks Jess. That's my fault. So it's tapered to go around where the welds are on the inside here. I noticed it didn't look right here. There's a big gap when the armour plate goes across. This is what that packer does. You can see it over here. That's the packer there, and it keeps the armour plate across the other one, so anything fired from the front can't get through that, it gets deflected past. See the weld lines there?
Yeah, so the
So-
taper can go in and against the weld.
So that angle goes in. So feed it onto that. Here, the packer's in now. That means that this area here is in line to take that other bit of armour plate through here. Back to where we were about 10 minutes ago.
Yep.
Yep. We'll just pop that one in down there.
Yep.
So at last, the iconic shields of the Wasp are in. There's still 2 more to fit to the gun mount, but one of them needs a bit more work before that happens. So we'll fit the gun mount and adapt the shields accordingly, so we don't have the same problems with interference on other parts that we were having earlier.
I might just have to turn it on the side a bit to get past. Yep, go in a bit. Yep, about there, that's good.
I'll get the nut off.
Now, it'll be a good start.
Do we leave that on? That's
Now,
bad.
take the washer off. Yeah. I can't see, Jess, you'll have to tell me what you want.
Hand again. That's on.
All good?
Yep.
Alright, perfect.
The last few days I've been working on the ammunition toolboxes in our West project. These 2 canisters at the front were probably the easiest ones to do, hence why I did them first. One of them was pretty well restored already by the previous owners of this tank, and the other one was completely rotted away, so I've had to reskin them. They actually pull out. They've got these little lids. So they're not finished yet, but you can see this one here, I've basically had to reskin it. The only thing that's actually original is this top strip that runs all the way around with these little clips, and then the insert for the rounds. And you push forward. So yeah, that just feeds in, and they just sit in, they're recessed in. So there's 2 of these on the rear corner, like the 2 on the front corner. They're slightly different design because they're made to recess in on that back corner of our Wesp. So this one here, I've already stripped all the skin off, and all that's left is the internal frame. And as you can see, the frame's paper thin, there's just nothing left. We're trying to salvage as much as possible. So where I can cut bits out and add new angle line in, we'll try to keep as much of this frame. You can see all the original mountings and that. So this was a hinge, and just like the other part where you had the ammunition slot in, this was hinged to fold up, so you could obviously get into the bottom of this here. Pretty cool detail, even though it's not there, it's non-existent now. We'll try to fix that up.
I found this piece earlier and I was trying to work out what it was for. This is the hinge that's broken off. It sits on there like that. When the shells are in there, that folds up so it clears the fuse. That's what that funny cutout is. It's a little bit like archaeology. You start finding things and you try and work out what goes where.
You can kind of see the corner of this illustration there. That's the lid. So that's one less thing that we've had to do. The guys overseas have been generous enough to make them for us. And then you've got the other ones on the sides. So these again, the guys overseas that had this before us, they've done a half restore. You can see all of this top bit here is all brand new, and then from here down all the way is all original. Even the timber on the inside, that's all original, but it's just rotted away. All 4 are basically all the same. You can pretty well see all at the same stage where they've been repaired to that point there. See this one again, same point, same point, same point. They've all been rotted away. These are pretty cool though. They've managed to get all this working. So your round goes in, obviously you charge, and then you can flick that around so it holds it in place. Again, we'll spend a bit of time remanufacture all of this. Darryl will redo the timber inserts. We'll make these look basically brand new like the other ones.
So we've already test driven the Wasp, but since we've had a bit more weight put on it with the shields and extra stuff in the back, we're going to give it another test drive just to make sure that how he's adjusted the steering brakes is dialed in okay for the extra weight. Oh, what's happened?
Just making a few adjustments, that's all.
So it does need some adjusting.
It does, just a little bit reluctant to turn. It is early in the morning,
Yeah.
so maybe it needs to warm up. Yeah.
So will you need to do this again with it fully loaded, or would you kind of just account for it and give it a few turns
I think I'll probably try and account for it
while it's easier to access?
while it's easier to get to,
Yeah.
because it's going to be difficult once the top goes on, but not impossible, because these are things that they would have had to have done out in the field. Try again. Picked up a little bit of oil and grease.
Could smell it.
Yeah.
Hot oil.
Grab some degreaser, if you can get a tin of degreaser and some rags, and I'll just give it a bit more of a put
This is why we do little test drives.
before we need to put it all together. You've also got to remember to make sure that the levers are pushed all the way forward as well too, otherwise they have a habit of not gripping. Making it worse. It's probably because I'm not following the instructions.
Do you want me to go get your book?
Well, I'm trying to be overconfident here. See where that gets you.
What we're doing now is we've added weight to the vehicle. So we're giving it a test drive and we're just finding out whether we need to adjust things, and it looks like we do. So we're going to be driving this in a month's time with public on board. So we want to make sure everything's going to work.
time to chuck you the keys to it,
Yeah.
Darryl.
Is it definitely harder on the left?
It's a little bit harder on the left. You've got to remember to
Push them all the way forward. Yeah.
push them, and sometimes you actually need to rest a bit of weight on them when you're trying to turn. So if you're pulling on the opposite lever, you rest some weight on here. I've still got to do something. See how they're not quite
Yeah.
returning back fully.
Is the foot brake working okay?
Foot brake works fine. The more we use it, the better it gets actually. I'll spot you and we'll do a couple of laps around in here. How about
Yep.
that?
Just remember she's got a big bum, so you got to make sure it clears everything.
Yep.
Rightio. Pull on this one. Make sure the left lever is pushed forward while you pull on the right. There's no room for your feet. Very important that we're able to stop the thing safely, either going up or going down the ramps, because yeah, it'd be quite embarrassing if we have a runaway tank. Put mum, no hand. With that cam lock system in there, it's supposed to actually hold itself down in there, but for some reason it's not. At least you look like you're enjoying yourself there for a bit. Once you got the hang of it and you see it actually swings around pretty easy. Yeah, but I've just got to remember to push them back as far as you can.
And the coordination of one goes forward and one comes back.
Because I was thinking, oh, I might have to use two hands, but then if you use two hands, you can't push the other one forward.
And also the space there for the brake and accelerator and the clutch.
There's no room. Fat feet.
Plus
Plus this is really old school. This is how like the very first cars had the accelerator pedal in the middle with the clutch and the brake on the other side of it.
Well, I've got my foot on an angle like that,
Yeah.
so I can use the accelerator.
But you can see it's quite manoeuvrable though.
It is, yeah, no, it's going to be good.
And in second and third gear it'll trundle around the track without any issue at all.
Well, see, it's going to be interesting once we get on dirt,
Yeah.
because it sinks in a bit more,
Yeah.
and just how much revs you need to actually push it along in it. I see what you mean about pumping the oil through. I thought it was continuous.
It waits until there's enough oil inside there and then the pump draws it out and it pulls the big slug of it through.
Yeah.
And then it waits. Because the oil only sort of dribbles through this tube here, fills up the planetary set, and then when there's too much in there, it pulls it back out again and sends it back to the...
For some reason I thought it'd be a continuous flow, but
Yeah, I thought it was too, but...
yeah. It's definitely an acquired taste driving this little thing.
I've got plenty of space down here.
Your clod hoppers aren't as big.
What's happening now is we're going to put the front Glacis plate on the vehicle, bolt in position. It'll be going on for the last time. Jess is going to paint the vehicle in the next day or so, and then we can start putting everything back into it.
No. I might get both of us and you can give it a slide this over.
How'd you like the opportunity to get on film?
Since you're over there doing nothing.
Come on, Bo. Come and play with us, Bo. See, there's a clip under here that goes around this heater pipe for the
Crew cabin
driver.
That will go there.
Right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh, is it right on the end, is it? That's good.
That's good, that.
Fold your flats up. No, just so they don't hit you on the shoulder.
Daryl, that's a little bit much, eh?
There we go.
So you can see that that pushes up into here now,
Yep.
and that just bolts right there. You can see on the end here, you can see there's a butterfly valve in here that the driver can turn. So if he wants air or wants to turn it off.
It's funny, you can actually see where they've trimmed a little bit off here. They've cut along here, stopped and gone in and then cut again. And then at the top, there's a little filler piece that's been added in because the sheet was too short.
Now we're ready to paint the exterior of the vehicle, all of its accessory mounts, and the gun in Dunkelgelb. Then we have to test drive it one more time and then apply the camo scheme. But that's all we have time for today. Join us next time for your weekly tank restoration fix. So until then, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.
You have to give it a really big blow.
Then you got to push it all the way forward. Like, yeah. So that one, yeah.
It's one of those little go-karts with no wheels.
Yeah, just a bit more expensive.